come a little closer. I want to tell you a secret. You are wanted. Many kids struggle with feelings that they're not wanted, but there is someone who wanted you so much that he created a special world just for you. He created a special future just for you, full of good things. Then he created you in your mother's womb, in your mama's tummy. Who is that someone? God, right? He knew what your name would be before your parents ever met. He even knew what you would look like, what your favorite color would be, and what you would be good at. Now, why would God go to all the trouble to make this special world for you, to create plants and animals for you to enjoy, to make stars for you to look at, or to make a sun that keeps you warm and gives you light? Well, in Genesis 2 and 3, we read that God spoke to the first people that he created. Do you remember their names? Adam and Eve. And God visited Adam and Eve in the garden. He talked to them and he walked with them. He told them to have a lot of kids. And then he said that those kids should have a lot of kids. You see, God wanted more and more people. Do you know somebody who has a big family? Maybe they have lots of kids. Maybe it's your family. Well, God is just like that. He wants a big family with lots of kids. And he created people so that we can fellowship with him. Now, what? Fellowship. What does that mean? Well, in the Bible, fellowship is a word that means that it's like devoting yourself to another, to other people. It's kind of like binding together with them. In the Hebrew language, the word is asepha, and it means to gather and collect. No one is left out. In fact, it's like this big party where people come together, and it's where they eat and they sing and they talk. And while they're here in this big gathering, it's like their bodies are healed and there's healing for their minds and their emotions. And so this is what it means to have fellowship in the Bible. It's like a big party where you care about each other, you're devoted to each other, and you feel so good. Well, that's the kind of fellowship that God wants to have with you. He wants to talk with you. He wants to be with you when you're out walking or even just walking in life, doing life. He wants to be with you when you're playing, when you're eating, when you're laughing. He wants to be able to just feel at home with you and for you to spend time with him and him to spend time with you. That's the kind of fellowship that he wants. Now you have to ask yourself a very important question. Do you want to spend time with God? Do you want to fellowship with God? There's a verse in the Bible that says that God longed to gather his people like a hen gathers its chicks underneath its wings. And here we have that word gather again, right? Gather together. Nobody left out. But the people didn't want to go with God. They wanted to go their own way. And they ended up being very sad and unhappy. Well, so was God, because he had wanted to be with them and for them to be with him. There's another promise in the Bible that says when you draw close to God, he will draw close to you. And so you say, well, how could I draw close to God? Well, it's just really simple. You can talk to God the same way that you talk to your mom or to your dad or to your friend. You can talk to him at any time of day, no matter what you're doing. God is waiting there just to be with you. And so today we've learned that you are wanted by who? God. You can say it with me. I am wanted. I am wanted. Say it one more time. I am wanted.